So it's a new year and I have a lot of interesting ideas for videos that I really want to do as soon as possible, but I can't. They're gonna take a little bit of a while, and so just to have something out on January, I decided, all right, I'll talk about a quick thing, like something that won't take too long. And so I looked on Hulu for bad movies and I stumbled upon Marmaduke from 2010. So here's a video on Marmaduke from 2010 because why not? Also, I'm back in my dorm as you can see. Yeah, I'm being serious. I'm gonna talk about the Marmaduke movie from 2010, and I just chose it because I thought, yeah, why not? It looks like something quick I could talk about. It doesn't look like there's too much to say. And then I actually watched the movie, and I surprisingly have a little bit more to say than I expected. Still not a lot, but slightly more than I expected. I don't really have much of a history with Marmaduke. Like, I think I saw this movie once on Nickelodeon many years ago, but I barely remember it. And no, that's about it. I don't know much else, like what other things Marmaduke, the franchise has. Like all I know is this movie and the animated one from last year, which I didn't see, but it has Pete Davidson in it, so there's that. I don't know if there's any Marmaduke cartoons or shows out there or anything like that. I don't know. I didn't even know what the comic strip was about until like just a few days ago, and I did research. And from what I could tell, it seems to be about a really big dog. And that's about it. It's probably not blasphemous to say that I don't really care about Marmaduke, because it doesn't really seem like anyone else cares about Marmaduke either. He's not as like beloved as like some other comic strip characters like Garfield or the Peanuts gang. He doesn't have a lot of media tied to him. Even like on the Wikipedia page for this movie, I found nothing for its production. Like there's no production section at all, so I have no idea what was going on behind the scenes of the movie. But I also don't really care. I guess I'll just have to assume that the reason this movie was greenlit was probably, like the excuse given to greenlit this movie was probably the same excuse I gave to myself for wanting to make this video. Why not? I can't think, like that's probably the reason. They just thought, yeah, why not make a Marmaduke movie? So going into this movie, I was expecting it to be in the same vein as some of those other like talking dog family movies from the same era, like Beverly Hills Chihuahua or Cats vs. Dogs, where like the novelty would be like, dang, look, these dogs are talking and they're voiced by famous celebrities and stuff. Like, ain't that something? And yeah, this movie is still that, but it took like a weirder direction than I thought. Like, I guess they thought like for this story about Marmaduke is that he's a big dog. So what if they made it a high school movie? I guess, like, no, yeah, like the plot centers around Marmaduke and his family moving to like LA, and Marmaduke has to fit in with the other dogs in the dog park, but like it's treated like almost like a high school place, but with like all the tropes that you would see like in a high school movie. Like it has Marmaduke hanging out with the misfits, but then like he really wants to be with the popular gang, so they help him get in, and he has a crush on the popular dog, but in reality like he should be with the tomboy dog who actually like likes him for who he is. And it's like a whole thing, and Marmaduke tries to be cool, but then he like betrays like the friends who were with him in the beginning. It's like all of that, like those tropes that you would see in the high school movies, but now it's with dogs. I guess that was not something I was expecting, and like I wouldn't say it made me like invested in the movie, but it made me go like, okay, like I was like slightly interested in like, okay, I was not expecting this, so I guess I'll go along with it, just see like how far they're gonna play this up. And like, no, they just continue doing like the high school movie tropes, like, so it didn't make the movie predictable, but I guess I wasn't bored, so there's that. And yeah, that was just like a bit, you know, it was weird. I'll say that. It was a bit weird. Some of the other high school tropes that they do is Marmaduke having to throw a party while his owners are away, and like, which I guess would be like the parents in like in a high school movie. He throws a big party, invites all the popular dogs and stuff, but his old friends are like, why didn't you invite us? Why don't you want to hang out with us anymore? He's like, oh, I'm sorry guys, but I'm just like, I'm with the popular people now. And like I said, it's the whole betrayal thing. And then like there's also a thing where he had like this feud with the original popular dog, who was like the leader of all the popular rich dogs, and his name was Bosco or something. And then he challenged him to like dog surfboarding, which is that a thing? I don't know. I have no idea if that's an actual thing or not, but it happens in this movie, and he beats him, I guess. And then that gets him in with the popular dogs, and it's like, I feel so dumb saying all this stuff right now. I don't know why, like, the Marmaduke movie is a high school movie. Like a lot of the tropes here feel like the kind of stuff like Clone High would make fun of, but here it's like not a parody, and it's with dogs, and it's bad. There is a subplot about Marmaduke's owner Phil and his family trying to adjust to being in LA, and like he doesn't spend a lot of time with them because he's preoccupied with work, and he doesn't like see that they're not entirely enjoying themselves here. And I was kind of expecting that to be the plot of the movie going in, but no, it turned out to be like a high school movie with dogs. And I give Marmaduke credit. I was not expecting that, so that made me slightly interested, I guess, in what was gonna happen, because I was just going there like, is this really gonna be a high school movie with dogs? And so like, I guess Marmaduke sort of subverted my expectations, I guess. That's a dumb thing to say, but it sort of did. Also, the guy who plays Phil also plays Ronan in the MCU, like in the first Guardians of the Galaxy and Captain Marvel. And so I guess there's that. There's probably a joke I can make with that, but I can't think of one. But there's probably a joke in there. Speaking of other people who play roles in this movie, Owen Wilson actually voices Marmaduke. And oh my gosh, he's really annoying in this. Like, it doesn't really sound like he's really giving it that much effort, because like, why would he? It's Marmaduke. But still, man, like, I don't know, maybe try a little bit more. But like Marmaduke talks so much in this movie, and so many of his jokes are like super lame. And like, because he talks so much, it's kind of annoying over time. But at least he said the Owen Wilson wow. So at least that was something, I guess. Also, William H. Macy is in this as Phil's boss, and I was just like, why is he in this? He's a good actor. Why is he in the Marmaduke movie? But I will say though, it does actually look like he's trying. Like, I don't know, like I felt some sincerity in his role. Like, so yeah, good job on you, William H. Macy. You gave effort in the Marmaduke movie. There's a character called Chupa Dogbra in this, and like, he's not in the movie a lot. He's just like supposed to be like the big scary dog that the other dogs are afraid of, and then he like is gone for like the majority of the movie until like Marmaduke like runs away from home, and then like he sees him again, and he goes like, you should go back home. And he turns out he's not actually a scary dog. He's actually a dog with a heart of gold. And there's that. I honestly, I don't know what else to say other than the fact that his name is just dumb. Like, get it, guys? It's Chupacabra, but with dog in there. It's Chupa Dogbra. That's stupid. I guess the last major thing I want to talk about the movie is like, during its third act, it like just randomly adds this this intense scene of like Marmaduke having to be saved when like he tries to save Maisie from like Maisie's like the tomboy dog that the movie's going like, these two should be together. He shouldn't be with the popular dog. He should be with the tomboy one that likes him for just who he is. You think that, but like he saves her from like, I guess like a pipe in the sewer broke, and then it causes like a hole. It just comes out of nowhere, and then like he saves her, but then like he's like going down the river and stuff, and then Phil has to save him, and it's like a whole thing, and it just like I said, it just kind of comes out of nowhere. And like by then I was just like, oh man, this is kind of lame. Like, I don't know why I kind of was thinking, man, I wish they just continued with the high school stuff, but I don't know, I guess I felt that way. That's right, Marmaduke. How dare you disappoint me in the third act of your movie? How dare you, Marmaduke? Well, that's my thoughts on Marmaduke from 2010. And yeah, it's not a very good movie. And while it did caught me off guard in the beginning when I found out that it was like basically a high school movie with dogs and all of its tropes, and well, that did keep me a little bit interested. By the end, the movie was kind of what I expected, like a lame family movie about talking dogs, and that's about it. I'll probably never think about Marmaduke ever again. I'll probably never even rewatch this movie ever again. I just needed something quick to talk about so I can go on and do the videos I actually want to do. Maybe that's why Marmaduke 2010 was made. Maybe the studio just needed some quick cash so they can make the stuff they actually wanted to. But I don't know. Wikipedia won't tell me, but like, they're not telling me that wasn't the case. So I'll just believe that. But I will say this. Thank you, Marmaduke, for giving me some quick and easy content to make. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go get to work on like things I actually care about. All right.